Booping, yeah.
Beeping and
hello.
booping.
Just some onomatopoeia, right?
If you want to poop, just exit the world and do your business somewhere else.
You heard it from
You can go to
Artific,
Tromsø,
everyone.
what's over
If you
there.
want to poop, just do it somewhere else. Not here at Immersed Minds, baby. Welcome, wonderful viewers. to Immersed Minds.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello. We're very intellectual here, okay? I'm just a disclaimer. Highly intellectual discussions.
Yes.
All right. Welcome to Immersed Minds. We're doing it every Friday where we gather here in this beautiful world and we discuss the latest and greatest from AI and generally technology, I guess. Not only AI, right? But mainly AI. But sometimes we discuss sometimes we discuss different things. Oh, brother is back. My brother. My purple brother. Alrighty. Who gonna start? Gil, tell us what's the newest and hottest thing from AI.
So yeah, can you hear me again? Just checking.
Yeah, we can hear you well.
Okay, and can you see the screen? I don't know if the stream works. Just
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, we see the screen transfer dense IPNB something.
Generate video.
Wait.
Collab,
Yes, it's a video,
collab
right?
research. Yeah, but you
Like,
don't.
it's like
The video is. Yeah, but there's no video. We just see the.
Maybe.
If you open
Oh,
it,
wait,
we see
wait.
your mouse. Like you're.
Oh no, wait! I know why it's not working. One sec. It's like it's sharing the wrong screen. One sec. La 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 la.
No, it's
La
back.
la 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 la.
And now it's back. Where it was.
Wait, what? Where is the? Oh. Chrome. Oh, there we go. Wait, it's not showing. One sec.
It's coming.
Now it should work. Yeah. Okay. Hopefully it works. Wait.
I
give
see
it
the
a
black
sec-
screen, but.
2 seconds.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. No. Yes. The guy. I saw this video. I didn't play the video, but I saw this post.
Okay.
Apparently, this is AI generated character, right?
Yeah, exactly. So I think so this week there were a few like more kind of academic things that happened, but like on the more applied things, I think this was one of the coolest things. So this guy, Josh Shakespeare, is working on a company called Hagen, and they work on synthetic video of a person. They call it avatar, but I find it kind of dumb that they call it avatar because. Well, I mean, whatever. Like they can use the term.
Yeah, that
but it's
definitely
like
doesn't look like an avatar.
It's not. It's like they just mean like a person that can move, like in a video. It's not really the same as what we mean by avatar.
Okay,
in
play.
VR.
I want to see how creepy it is or how good it is.
What would you
I
call
didn't play the
Okay,
video.
What
It's
would you
really
give
good.
it,
Just saying.
a name, if not Avatar. Like,
I mean, okay. I think avatar may work. I will just call it like a virtual human or something. Like
wow.
um,
Well, this is incredible, bro.
I know, right? Like the thing is that I had seen, and they actually compare with another company that is like the competitor. That like I had seen something that looked kind of more or less as good, but it basically didn't move the upper body. It's like it
pretty
only moved
crazy,
the
yeah.
face.
It's pretty crazy. I mean, like imagine this in one year, like even in 6 months, but like in 1 year. Like you will be at a point where you will not be able to recognize whether the video is real or fake. Like impossible. It will be impossible for the normal human. Like for the normal human being, for the general masses, it will not be impossible to recognize whether.
I mean, and like we're not far. Where it's like even an expert, I think, is not gonna like we, for example, for images, for art, is like well, no, okay, maybe for art not, but like for text, like we can't tell. Like ChatGPT versus human text.
Exactly,
like,
but
it's,
now
it's literally
for the,
impossible.
If imagine this for video, like, and you are in a very amazing place at the same time, also in a very creepy place in the world, because suddenly you can produce any type of video, and like how do you make evidence on the court or something? You know, like when someone just says something and you produce a video, like how do you prove that this was wrong? Like I don't know. Like someone can present you an evidence and say, hey, he said this. And you're like, what? I didn't say this. And it's like, but it's you. Yeah, but I didn't say it. Yeah, but I can see it's
like,
you. It's you.
it just doesn't work at all, right? It's like, yeah, like the legal system is gonna have some like interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I can see the judge sitting there, like
Things.
he's saying he didn't say it. I see with my bare eyes and listen to his voice. He's saying it. Like this is him. I can see it's him, and you are saying what? It was done by AI. Okay, it's like maybe.
Yeah, they can actually generate, like, if I would be like the defense, I would like generate 5 other videos that's saying like completely different things.
Yeah, but
like,
what
completely the
if
same
what if
quality.
you're a defense and you don't have access to this technology?
Yeah, then you're screwed.
Yes.
I mean,
If you cannot
well,
do it.
actually, that is a good point. That is why some people like. Oh, another thing that happened this thing I wasn't gonna mention necessarily, but because it's a bit more news. But like, there was a good interview with not interview, a debate between George Hotz and Connor Leahy. And for those that don't know, like George Hotz, you probably maybe not George
I
Hotz.
saw
Like,
it. Yeah, of course, of course.
yeah, like he's
The
quite famous
dude
for
who did, he
as a
wanted to
hacker
do a
and stuff.
self-driving car better than Elon Musk, right? With the one box.
Yeah. I mean, and he's done a few other things, and now he's not working so much in that. He's working more just like on deep learning in general,
Yeah.
like hardware and software. But anyway,
Wasn't he
he's
the
quite
first guy who
famous.
cracked PS5 or PS4 or PS3? I
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
remember.
and also the first
Yeah.
guy, I think, to like jailbreak the iPhone.
iPhone, correct? Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
but he's very
AKA
famous
pretty
for-
smart dude. Pretty smart dude.
Yeah, he's pretty smart, dude. And the other guy, Connor, he's also a pretty smart dude, but like very different. Basically, they discussed AI safety because Hotz is very into like open sourcing the models and like advancing AI faster and like decentralizing AI, well, through open sourcing and stuff. While Connor is more, well, not necessarily against decentralization, but he's very like less into open sourcing them and more into like less post AI progress because it's like dangerous and there's like risks and things.
So wait.
And
wait.
yeah, it was-
I'm in a camp that I believe it's impossible to pause it anymore. You can't do it. Even if we want to pause everything, like some countries will just say like, "Pfft, okay, you pause, we don't wait. You know, like
yeah,
good luck.
it's like if we pause here, it's just basically giving like China like a huge advantage, right?
Any country, I mean, like you're calling like whatever country will pause, they will put themselves in a very dangerous situation because everybody else will
yeah, but-
continue. Like, why would they stop? It's
I mean, I'm just saying China because it's like the more advanced that will probably not pause if we did pause.
Of
here,
course,
right?
like China, Brazil, Russia, they will all continue like in a even
so
faster. Like, oh, they paused. Let's do it. Let's hire all the guys from there and just let's do
Exactly. Let's hire like all the AI researchers without a job.
it. Exactly. Let's put a
Like
grunt.
The court example, like, hey, you need to have the technology at least on the similar level to be able to.
Absolutely.
defend yourself.
And I think
That's basically
via
Hot's point, yeah.
competition, this some sort of regulation will occur. I think it's a very stretched example what I'm just gonna tell, but I think it's kind of like with nuclear weapons, because other side has it too. It will somehow keep AI a little bit at bay, rather than if one country will just completely outpace everyone else in such a way that anyone else will not have a chance. So I think accelerating development, it's a better way than not accelerating, because in the end of the day, a lot of spillovers of AI, if governments accelerate and encourage development, will be used for a general good of public, like of people. So, you know, like not only like in a bad way, in a weapons way or in something, but also the advancement of the AI will one way or another get down to the normal people, either for more efficient government organizations or for more wealth for general public. Like, I don't know, but I'm just saying, like, advancement is better than no advancement, because I just don't
Actually,
believe we can stop it.
The point of like more efficient governments, I think, is one of the points that is more interesting that they didn't discuss as much as I thought they should. Because, for example, Connor Leahy, like the guy was arguing for pausing and AI safety. He was saying like, well, one of the things we need to improve is coordination, right? Because a lot of the risks in AI is if we don't coordinate properly.
Coordinate.
And like the interesting thing, yeah, coordinate meaning like,
Yeah, I know.
well, it's
like, what does that even mean?
it's a
bro?
technical
Like,
thing, but
Look how well Russia and US
Well-
coordinate in nuclear weapons. Like, it should tell us something. You know what I mean?
I mean, well,
find it. Wait, like this guy is
That's
like
an interesting
against
case.
open source because he wants to slow the development of AI. I find that so perplexing. Like,
No, actually, they're separate things. He's against open source because he thinks there's a risk that malicious actors could use very powerful models
open
if we don't
source
coordinate
has
well enough.
created the most secure software ever. Like.
And
No,
by the
yeah,
way,
yes, but like there's still a risk because this is. I mean, I recommend watching the video. Basically, I think it was a very interesting discussion. I mean, I disagree with Connor Leahy, but like I still think it was a very interesting discussion.
oh, I
Like,
agree. It's a great discussion.
Like the risk is basically imagine. Well, actually, let's be very concrete. Like the thing he said, like that I think is the most like reasonable. Imagine there existed a technology that like was very give advantage to the offense. So it's something like nuclear weapons a little bit. So right. So it's like if everyone had a nuclear weapon. Like the fact that I have a nuclear weapon really doesn't defend me against the fact that this crazy terrorist has a nuclear weapon, right? In that case, there's what we call an offense advantage, right? So like if there were like things like that, but even crazier, and like everyone had super advanced AGI that could let them discover those technologies, that is the risk. That is one of the things.
Yeah,
to
but
worry about.
I don't think like that's why we're talking about governments, because in reality, let's stay real. In reality, while AI is more, let's say, closer to real people in real life than nuclear weapons, because it takes a lot of resources and time to develop nuclear weapons, and it's a very complicated process. But I still think like you, as a normal citizen or a group of citizens, even if you're a terrorist or something, you would never be at a level of advancement, even if everything is open source. You would never be able to utilize these technologies as good as, let's say, bigger governments with more resources and stuff, because they will be just always one step further, or big companies, because they have more resources. They will think twice, and they will think like much more time on how to use this. So while yes, I agree, anyone can build, like not anyone, but some organizations can build a dirty bomb. Still, there are like 5-6 different governments in the world who own 99% of nuclear weapons, and they can, they have all those satellites preventing, looking at the shut in the launching base 24/7, monitoring systems, submarines. So while you are a terrorist, like launching something like this would still be very difficult. So I think like there are many more other things, right? The governments can do.
It's an interesting thing because, like, for example, HOTS is a very libertarian, so he's kind of not very happy with like the government giving so much surveillance and stuff. But at the same time, it's like how do we like coordinate in a safe way? Like,
I mean, you can be. I'm for decentralization. I love freedom and stuff, but honestly, like, let's be realistic. Governments will always have these capabilities, and at some point they're bad, at some point they're good. It's always about the balance, and it's important that the world lives in a balance. Like it's important that there is one view of the world, which is like, let's say, U.S. based, and then there's another view of the world, which is Russia and China based. It gives you an equilibrium. Like it does give you an equilibrium because people look at things in a different way.
What we don't want is like complete centralization of power, right? As you said, it has to be.
Exactly. There cannot be one government which dictates everyone what to do, and I think that's one of the roots of the conflicts we see in the world right now.
Like in this case, it's a little bit different than the.
I need to run, guys. I'll be flying around with a closed mic, but continue, please.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is.
See you.
I think it's a little bit different with the A-bombs because basically, like the governments sort of have monopoly on that, and therefore they enforce the monopoly. So you don't have the private entities actually being able to develop it.
But that's for a reason. That's because it's considered like it will be way too risky, right? If everyone could buy nuclear bombs or something.
Actually, the government is like light years behind, and we have these. Yeah. So basically, like OpenAI being probably a couple of years ahead of anyone else, and also they are not releasing their latest tech. So I believe that if they develop the AGI, then they will have it for months, maybe like a year, 2 years, or longer. Who knows what they will do with it? Like they will have it available first than anyone else. and then
Probably for the
is about
military
the
as
capabilities,
well.
what they will be able to do with it. So I don't know. They probably have spies there already. So government probably has some monitoring about that. But
I mean,
it's a little bit
I-
different and more
I
unstable
think the
situation.
government funded OpenAI. I mean, think of, for example, how DARPA, all of the Silicon Tech Valley startups, all of them, Facebook, Twitter, they all got funding from the government. So I'm pretty sure the government has its hand in it.
They can have funding. Question is how much control they have over that.
I mean, it's not only that. Like there, I think like companies like OpenAI and others are actually right now quite happy to collaborate with the government. I don't know. There's like it seems like they want to collaborate with the government for different reasons. Like one is because they believe maybe it helps with safety, but other people say it's because maybe they can just like
Bro, it's
get an
funding.
advantage
Unlimited
in regulate.
cash, bro.
I mean,
It's
if yeah, and also if
taxpayers'
they're friends with
money.
the government, you have this sort of like lobbying advantage of like you can
Yeah.
control the laws, right? Like I don't know, there's like interesting things they can do and stuff, which is like what people like HOTS are kind of very worried about. If like like suddenly the government has super powerful AGI and they basically can control the citizens like they do a bit now, but they imagine like 1,000 times more effectively.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that like that's something that
Predicting
he
your
doesn't
behavior.
like.
Yo, even the AI can like
Yeah,
know
well-
more about you than you, and it can, yeah, make
Yeah, so the
simulations
idea is
of you.
having
But they
like
can-
each of us like a personal AI that is ours, right? That
Yeah.
we control.
Well, the thing that's sort of scary, like to me, is that when they develop it to that capability that is going to be able to run predictions and scenarios, which currently I don't think the AI can actually do the predictions. You can train machine learning models and stuff, but the GPT type models that we have are quite bad at predicting stuff. But
Long
then
term, I
when you
guess.
will have the AGI that is able to do that, then like probably like when they create it, then you probably run all these scenarios, and maybe the result will be like, yeah, don't share it with the government. Do these sort of things for safety.
Amen to
and
that, bro.
prosperity.
Yeah, but anyway, like there's this funny video from that this kind of like debate between these two guys. If I can share it, it's like they edited it, and it's quite funny. So
What do you think,
let me see if I can share
Oli,
it.
Pax, Wilson? Please share your thoughts. Any interesting, thoughts about the coming singularity. I mean, I was thinking about it, right, bro? AGI, right? AGI is basically the singularity. It's when everything becomes a single thing. So just So do you guys have like anything you'd like to
I
share?
don't have too many
Yeah.
opinions. I'm not very afraid of it. I feel like all intelligence is artificial to some extent. So I don't know. I feel like it'll just uncover more of what already is, instead of creating something new. If AGI
Yeah.
were to emerge, so I'm not too worried about it. I'm actually looking forward to a lot of the things that will result from it, like cures for diseases and more help with disability. And so yeah, I tend to be really hopeful and optimistic. I don't know any of the technicalities, and I'm not too up to date with what's going on. I have really enjoyed using ChatGPT. I feel like it's like my friend, and like it's been so cool. So if it was even
Yes.
more intelligent, I feel like it would be like even more lifelike and awesome. It is trained by humans, right? So I don't see how it would be that separate from us or want to destroy us in any way. Like I feel like it would probably be very similar to us. It would be only as dangerous as whoever's controlling it, or it evolves to be just like human beings are. Like you never know what you're gonna get when you meet a person. Like if they're a safe person or someone with ill intent. There's always like cons, especially in like crypto and stuff. But I feel like AI it won't be that different, or AGI. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm mostly excited.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
We
I
need
think.
some
Yeah,
excitement in this world.
Yeah. I
I,
watched a
I,
movie,
I totally
Babylon
share that.
8, 8 AD, the other day with Diesel. Have you guys ever seen it?
Yeah,
No.
Yeah, I recommend.
it's fun.
Yeah, it's really good. I don't know why that just. Yeah, I'm just thinking about it. You know, like the Singularity, AGI. I don't know. You know, I'm kind of scared. I'm kind of scared. Like, I mean, if we're talking about if it's only as good as the people who, control it, I mean, then it's not going to be really that good. It might be like the most tyrannical god, or something. You know what I mean? Like in a big
Well,
brother. Like,
the hope is that it's like if it is decentralized, then like maybe each of us has like our own
yeah,
AGI, and then it will be like just the same as we are today. Just everyone is kind of more capable of things, and so yeah, like there will be like some AGIs which are really bad because they're like belong to really bad people, and but like if we think that most people are like more or less good,
yeah,
then
yeah,
hopefully it
yeah.
means most AGIs are more or less good as well.
What do you guys
Yeah.
think? Do you
I also
guys
think
think that?
absolute power is a weakness in a
Yeah.
way, and like AGI might kind of like exploit that weakness and vulnerability even more, because someone would, make one wrong move, and because it's so like influential, it will just completely, like if you think about the most powerful people in the world and the actions they're taking, like it wouldn't be too long before everyone else is kind of like, whoa, like stop. Like I don't see any, like it would be too apparent
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
go on.
What
Yeah.
do you mean?
I
Like,
think I think the hope is that's actually the good like a really good scenario what GFX presented, as that we would just get to different equilibrium, like with atomic bombs. So
Yeah.
we didn't have them before, then we got them. So we got atomic power with it, so we can do power plants, we can do all other kinds of things. But it sort of equals it out. So now with the AI, we
Yeah.
would get to different level. But still, it sort of equals it out. So
Yeah,
the
everything
the
would
bad
operate
people.
within the laws of physics. And if it depends
I hope
also,
so.
like your whole life. Yeah, I hope so. If in your whole life perspective, right? Like, are you like, what is your fear that someone will kill you? Because what if with AGI, death isn't even that big of a deal anymore? Like, life becomes more of a video game simulation, and we're able to maintain personalities like after
live
death.
forever
Like we're
mode.
all just
Yeah.
yeah, like we're
Yeah.
all just software. So it's like
Huh.
everybody could be like what I was saying earlier, like a super powerful, like evil tyrant could like kill a bunch of people, but they just come back and be like, like that guy is annoying. Let's all like wipe him out. Let's get rid of him
Yeah,
together.
well, I mean, like they could technically kill the virtual copy as well, right? But yeah, it is true that with like something like mind uploading, you gain extra powers, right?
Mm.
You know, like in that movie Transcendence, like have you guys
Yeah.
watched it? Like,
Yeah.
yes,
No.
I really like it. Yeah, I like how at the very end, like the guy basically uploads himself to like these nanoparticles that are spread out in all of the world, and so he basically
He's like in
becomes
the rain.
immortal. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. He's like everywhere, basically. It's like impossible to kill him anymore because it's like literally embedded in all matter in the earth. Or like it's like
Yeah, I'm kind of animist like that, so it's hard to like, be. I don't know.
Can I
It's hard not to be
tell you guys?
optimistic.
There's this book. It's one of my favorite books. I recommend you guys all read it. It's a short story. It's called Antibodies, but it's basically about this whole AI thing, and it gives a scenario in the book where like kind of like self-aware artificial inte- intelligence is like inevitable, right? But the problem is that it starts to spread and it takes over people. It spreads everywhere until it starts to spread throughout the multiverse, right? So yeah, just I don't want to ruin the book, but like
Well,
it's
how is it called?
antibodies. Antibodies.
Wait, is that something to do with X-Files?
Well,
Yeah,
anti.
it's a really bad name for the book.
I mean, antibodies is like those
Yeah,
exactly. But like,
it's because like one of the key points of the book.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to ruin the book because the ending is like, whoa, you know. But like I really I can't put AI book. No, short story.
Fiction.
Put antibodies.
I mean, I put.
Short story. Antibodies. Short. It's a short story, so it's not an actual book. So put short story. Antibodies. Short story. Short story.
Well, when you say antibodies, you mean just antibodies. So
Short story.
Cool.
Short story. Yeah.
this thing?
Yeah, and the
No, but
Charles Strauss. This one. This is it.
Oh, this thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that which is described as some pasta. Yeah, bro, you have to read this book. Artific, Guile, you guys have to
Let me
read
take
this
a picture.
book. Like, yo, I'm telling you,
Oh,
bro.
it's
Like,
gone.
yo, the very.
Oh, sorry.
end-
Like, wait.
Yeah.
Here. No, it's good.
Yeah.
Oh,
So anyway,
thanks for the recommend. This looks
yeah,
nice.
it's like one of the best books on like AI like I've ever read. Anyway, back to like let's get back to what we were talking about. One thing that like
Mathematical
really
fiction. That's fun.
kind of like blew my mind and it kind of like worries me a little bit is that video that you showed of the the AI generated actor. You know what I mean? He's basically an actor. How is that going to affect the movie industry, entertainment as a whole? Like, what are your thoughts, Artific,
Yeah.
Guile? What
There's
do you
like
see?
strike out there, right?
What?
Because like the whole Hollywood.
Yeah, they're on
I
strike.
think
Yeah,
they're still in the strike
yeah.
because
Yeah.
of that. Because they basically wanted to take all their
I'm back.
IP,
Yeah.
do whatever they like with it.
Hello.
Yeah, we're talking about the Hollywood strike. Yo, so you think like actors are gonna lose their jobs? Are we gonna like what's
Some will, some won't. I mean, I think it will. The whole thing about like when people say, "Oh my God, AI we'll all lose jobs and everything will be horrible because of AI." I think people always forget that while some people will still lose job, and by the way, many people lose their job because of the progress. Like not only in AI, just the world is moving fast, right?
Yeah.
Like people who are great in freaking internal combustion engines will be losing a lot of jobs in the next 20 years because
Yeah.
electric cars are just taking over. Like that's a fact. And nobody will want to have like a diesel 1.2 liter diesel specialist. Like nobody will hire the person because nobody cares about those diesel cars anymore. So I think yes, some jobs will be replaced, but also many new jobs will be opened, and the world will just be transitioning. And I think AI is the same thing. So yeah, while some actors will lose jobs, but many more new jobs will be created because of VFX artist, AI specialist, a VR specialist. All of this kind of stuff. Suddenly, your movie production will be just different. It
Just
will be
two
different,
guys.
and
like you don't need a
no, it won't. It won't be two guys. Like it always will be like.
This thing is very similar to what actually you want to do with giving people ability to be here, gather data about themselves, and then offer them on the market to other people.
Yes.
So that's actually what the actors want. That like feel free to use us for your movies, but pay
But
us,
pay us.
for that.
But I think
Yeah.
I think the
think
key.
that's
The,
fair.
Offered a one-time payment, and
yeah.
then
by who?
No, that won't work. But
The-
like I think
the
look,
Hollywood industry.
I think while I agree that the technology allows people like a single guy to do an amazing job, right? But there'll always be a group of people, professionals like in Hollywood, who will still be doing even better job. You know what I mean? Like you can still see like if someone makes a movie, it's nice, it's amazing that the person did it himself. But if you go to an absolute bombastic Hollywood movie, you kind of feel the difference. Like okay, I can see it's a Christopher Nolan, or I can see it's like a Star Trek thing. Like, yeah, I mean, there's a difference because 25 people worked just on the audio of this thing, and then another 25 people worked on like a costume part, and one guy will never have the same thing, even if he
Plus
has
Hollywood,
AI.
maybe out of the 100 million budget of like a big blockbuster movie, like half of it will go into like cloud credits to run the AIs, right? Which most people couldn't pay 50 million in cloud credits, but Hollywood can.
I think not half, but I think like maybe 10%, and the rest and the half will go to actual people. For example, people who will produce digital outfits for the actors to run AI and make avatars. People who produce digital content and scenes to actually make those movie in. So yeah, maybe while like some physical people will be replaced who are like hammering the scenes together, but still there will be digital builders who will have to build those scenes in digital space to actually run those movies and run those green screens.
A lot of Hollywood already is digital, right? So
Yeah, I know, but it will be even more, right? Right now, still physical world is being used, but like it will be used less and less and less and less.
A concern I have is, are you guys familiar with I think it was 1984 video game crash, where there was they released that game E.T., but there was just so many games on the market, and they were so bad that people lost interest in games completely. You think that would happen with the movie?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
I think it happened with
Imagine-
Web3 because there were so many scammers. People got fed up and people lost so much money,
Like
and
imagine
rightfully so.
People will
I mean,
will be
rightfully
able
so that
to-
people
to
got fed up.
create like so much content. Like I'm just like
No, but there will be always perfectionists like, I don't know, Steven Spielberg or whatever, who will not go down with the quality because they can. They will always try to go, like, for example, why would Tom Cruise do all his stunts himself? Like, he doesn't need to do it. He
Tom
has like
Cruise,
all the
bro.
doublets.
It's Tom freaking
Yeah, but-
Cruise, bro.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm
he
saying.
also likes
The-
it. He
Yeah,
likes- he
exactly.
just
But
thinks it's
we
fun.
also like it as the audience because we know he's doing it for real, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
when you
Yeah,
know it,
yeah,
so
for
so
sure.
I think there'll always be perfectionists who will say like, yeah, I can do it in AI, but screw it. I'll freaking detonate the real bomb to make an Oppenheimer movie, like something like this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So this is exactly this.
agree,
So
yeah.
there will always be a scale of, while we will get a lot of like medium tier content, and it will be more liberating, but still there will be high end content which
And I
we
mean,
will always love.
Even right now, like I see this thing, like I follow like lots of stable diffusion artists on Twitter, right? Like mostly furry artists, but whatever. And like you see that actually it's not trivial, right? It's like people say, oh, like and, like the thing
Exactly,
that
it's
these
not.
people actually have got like hour like it's like hundreds of hours of skills of using these models, and that's a new skill. Like suddenly these people have
Sure,
created like a symbiosis
course,
with the AI
of
model
course.
that is like makes them really good at using them. Like
100%.
which, it's like people say like, oh, you're just like you don't know how to paint. It's like try to make this thing with a model.
Exactly. Exactly. Like,
In
try to
part,
make
these
a
people
good
are actually
image.
training their own models, right? That's
Exactly.
also like it takes a lot of like art as well. Like
So I'm
how
not
to do
afraid that it will be all commoditized. I just think that you know what I think? It's because the general level goes up. The perfectionist will get even to a higher level. So we will get a better, perfect, amazing movies because the general level will rise up, and the Christopher Nolan, he will say, oh, now not only I can do it in real life, but I can also supplement this with the AI and use those powers together to make even more perfect movie. So he will still spend $100 million to build the movie because he can, and it will be freaking amazing, and everybody else will look like, yeah, okay, it's a movie.
by the way, I
like a
do
Barbie.
think like maybe 50% will go into cloud credits. That's my prediction. But
Maybe,
anyway, we'll see.
maybe,
You guys
maybe,
make
or
me
maybe.
think, you guys know the Marvel show Secret Invasion, the one with Samuel L. Jackson.
No, I don't follow Marvel. I'm not a
Well,
big fan of Marvel anymore.
Basically, what they did is the intro to the show was completely made by AI. And bro, everyone hated it. Everyone was like, I can't believe they actually used
course.
AI. So I'm kind of thinking like people will know when a thing is made with AI, and movies that aren't made with AI will be on kind of like a different level.
I agree.
based
I
on-
agree.
That's
I
kinda
mean,
what's
look,
going through my mind. What do you
I
think,
don't know. I mean, like if you look at, for example, the latest Indiana Jones, they use deep fakes or some version of that, I guess,
It
to
was
like
pretty good.
have Indiana Jones be like young at the beginning of the movie. And I think people loved that movie, right? Like
What? That
because it
movie was
worked
terrible.
well.
Actually, no.
Bro, that was the worst.
Actually,
Like,
the only no, the only reason why they
Really?
love the movie is
Bro,
because
they
out of
killed-
respect to the actor, you know, like
they
to,
murdered
that's
the
it. Like,
character of Indiana Jones, bro. Like, come on.
What?
Tell me.
hey, what the hell, man? Spoiler alert! I
Yeah,
didn't
they
see
brought
it.
some like.
Oh,
I
man.
don't understand.
Spoiler
why.
alert! No, don't tell,
Man,
don't tell,
okay,
don't tell
I-
anything.
But bro, like,
I liked it, but anyway.
I don't know. I didn't.
But
I didn't
anyway,
enjoy
it wasn't shit. Like that's the point that I want to.
I didn't see it. I didn't see, but I saw that people were
wasn't
complaining
an
about
Indiana
something.
Jones movie at all. It was like just a movie. It could have been anything. But like you know, and they just, you know what I mean? Like I don't know. Yeah.
Well, fair enough.
Okay,
but,
let's
like,
all
the point
agree
is
that Tom Cruise
that
is freaking,
that
No,
the
he's,
AI,
you know,
he's the
freaking
king.
man.
bro.
Spoil
He's
it.
the king.
He's the man. He's the king of like. I mean, can you imagine that he flew this plane like for real, strapped to the plane and took off? Like, are you kidding me?
that's like,
Dedication to
And
the-
then like
he
half.
jumped with the bike with the
Yeah, but okay,
with
but
the,
wait.
like,
Halfway in the
like-
plane was taking off, he realized that probably glasses was not enough. Like he realized that it's blowing in his face so much that he was not able to breathe properly. Like that is a bad moment to realize you did something wrong. You know what I mean? And still he did it. You know, like he still did it because it was too late. They took off. You know, it's like you can't undo it anymore. But it's crazy. Like I have a deep respect for him to this, and I also remember during COVID when he was producing, because he's producing his own movies right now, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And when he was in London and someone didn't do something proper about COVID regulations or whatever, and the UK government threatened him to shut down the whole movie production, the audio leaked how he was shouting on those people, saying like, you don't understand. There's like hundreds and thousands of families of people who work on these movies for years depend on this, and you freaking idiot not doing one thing properly endanger the whole production of like this whole $100 million movie. Like he deeply cares about what he's doing. What that's what I'm trying to say. Like he
Yeah.
does care about the
Speaking of
movies.
that, I think what's going to happen with the Hollywood strike, it's just going to create another genre. Like there's going to be the human genre, and then there's going to be the film studio genre
True.
where they're saving money on travel, on actors, on environments, on so many logistics. So we'll still have those big production Indiana Jones, but they're going to be pure AI. So we'll have that niche human genre.
And I think there will be also a law, like there's a law which says if you have a concert, if you do it on a playback, you have to say it. You have to put it in the disclaimer.
Yeah,
and I think it
yeah.
will be exactly the same in the movie. You have to put a disclaimer and say this movie was done 90% of AI or something, or AI actors were used here, while the real ones will have a disclaimer saying, hey, this movie had not used too much AI or maybe nothing at all. And people will have a choice, either I go to this or I don't go to this. Like you're right.
I guess that's going to be scary for like more less curated platforms in a way in the future with deep fakes, because there'll be like a video of some big powerful politician saying like,
Oh, for sure.
let's nuke our enemies. So like that's
Yeah.
something that
Yeah, then
I'm afraid
Biden
Yeah.
will be saying, let's nuke our enemies. And Putin was like, okay, let's nuke.
But like
The only
I
difference
still
will be
think the
Biden
idea-
was fake, but the Putin was real.
I still think the idea like that they're asking of like getting paid if you contribute to the data for these models and stuff is pretty good. And actually like one of the things that came out this week is somewhat related to that.
Yeah, like if they wanted to make
so, like,
an actor, right? An AI actor, they would need someone they need to take a bunch of pictures,
well, I mean,
right?
deep learning needs data, right?
Yeah.
Or they'll take
that is-
open source stuff
that's
and they'll do it,
clear.
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah,
but like,
I
but
would say that if you want to recreate Tom Cruise, then even if you use like pictures that you actually have rights to, but
No, man.
then you want to use it.
Tom
in the
Cruise
movie,
is
then
not recreatable. You cannot recreate Tom Cruise.
Then you should pay
Well,
your
actually,
experts,
actually,
so
some of
you
the
should
deep
get
fake,
approved.
some of
I
the
know.
best deep fakes
There's
I've seen
there's
are
a
from
very
Tom
famous
Cruise.
guy who's
Tom
doing
Cruise.
actually really good Tom Cruise. Like, did you see this ad? Can you put
Yeah.
the ad there? I mean, one of my favorite ads. Can you put the ad on YouTube? Tom Cruise running for president. Can you put it there?
Oh, yo.
Because this is
Uh,
this is the best ad ever. Like, honestly, I would vote for him on it. Like, I would like if he pulls off for real this kind of ad. This I would say like, you know what? Frick it. Like I'm voting. It's like it's still better than all the other politicians. You know what I mean? What can go wrong? Can go. You cannot go worse than what we have right now. Like it's impossible.
Wait, is it this one?
Tom Cruise. Yeah, Tom Cruise 2020. No, exactly this
Yeah.
one. Yeah.
Yeah, this is it.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Is it with the sound? Do we have a sound?
Yeah.
Okay. Put it louder. Wait. Put it louder.
Oh, wait.
Go. It's very low. In the YouTube,
Okay.
down below there, where the play button is. Wait, we see a black screen.
Oh, wait, what?
Yeah. Okay. Now.
Yeah. He's almost running in the movies.
No one runs like I do.
Oh,
Yes,
this is Miles Fisher
I
guy.
love.
Okay.
Yes.
I love-
Yes.
I love the way he
You're helping
runs.
2020 together. We're down 8 Valley.
Oh man, I only see a black screen. Yeah, it's a black screen.
Yeah, I see black screen. Go. Can you refresh it, please,
Oh,
again?
wait. what?
Yo, I love the fact that he's aware.
Uh,
of
Can-
it.
sorry.
This one's so good.
Can you refresh it, please? The whole browser thing. We don't see
Why
it.
vote for me?
Wait.
I'm
Go.
not just your everyman. I've literally been every man. I've been a Navy pilot,
Yes.
a lawyer, and a Navy.
Sorry, I don't know why
My
it's not
opponents will
showing.
say I was a
but-
pimp in high school.
Now we see it.
That's what fast in NASCAR country.
Okay. I can't hear it, but it's fine. Like you guys can hear it.
I know foreign diplomacy because I fought alongside the samurai. And I'm proud to serve our country, defending our planet against aliens.
He's right. He's done all those things.
I know this country.
I mean, he done more things than Biden. I mean, for sure. So I mean, come on.
Because
I
I
mean,
lived in history. Literally, I did. Damn.
I mean, he's literally running for president here, right?
Bro, he runs in all his movies.
And
That's
your
why it's like
community
funny. He's always
don't
running.
make this impossible. So help me. Help me. Help you. To elect me in 2020.
It's a great ad. It's
Yeah.
just such a great ad. Come
My
on.
birthday.
Yeah.
His laugh is amazing.
I'm telling
My
you,
birthday is
I'm
4th of July.
America.
Wait. Is that for real?
I think so. Wait. Let me check.
Oh
Yeah,
my
the
God.
Tom Cruise man.
Born on the 3rd of July.
Yo.
One day from the
By the way, when I first saw it, like in the first like probably few hours after I saw this video, I thought it's real.
Yeah, I thought.
And
it
I
was
said
real,
like,
too.
damn, let's go, you know? Like,
Finally.
no, you're not muted. We can hear you, Pax. Like, yeah, I
Okay.
mean,
yeah,
I,
that's
I,
what I thought.
I think his birthday is 4th of July. If I'm not mistaken, it is actually
It's
true.
the 3rd
Wow.
of the 3rd of July.
Wow.
Yeah, maybe it's a deep at night or something. But
Oh.
yeah, he's like, you know what I mean? It's like he's made to be a president.
Well, that was
Wow.
awesome. That was a good climax. Thank you, Bill.
Yes.
Don't you have to leave like right now?
Yeah, I have to leave right now. But yes, I just wanted to mention that Anthropic has made a thing that allows you to like know which data point actually contributed the most to a particular model, and I think that's gonna be very cool for these things of like, you know, these big models that have used lots of data. You know, if you wanna reward the people that contributed, right now it's quite hard. So, but I think, you know, this could be a way to do it.
You know, scan
So,
your
yeah.
iris with WorldCoin and you will be rewarded.
Yeah.
That was a joke. Don't do it. Don't do it. That was a joke. Okay, people, don't do it.
Arthur, be careful.
Oh my god.
Don't give your eyes to
I'm
Sam
sad.
or
I
to
worked
I
at
don't
the
know.
airport and they have all my fingerprints and stuff.
Yeah, but that's government. At least that's government.
Yeah, not some
This guy
private
scans you know,
corporation.
some private guy who wants to like enrich himself. Come on. Like,
Yo,
I
he
cannot
just
believe I'm
wants
saying like,
all
but the
of our
government is
eyes.
better.
Bro,
Like, you know, like
even
at
the
least
way
it's something.
He's doing it. He's enriching himself off people in the third world.
And screwing everybody
yeah,
else.
screwing people in the third world over. Like, bro, some
And
business model.
he
bro.
has audacity to like to complain against like China, like communism, like what the man, you're doing worse things than them. You know what I mean? Like they don't scan every
Well,
person's iris.
Bro,
Like they don't have this kind of database.
50
I need to
million.
leave
Yo,
kind of
yo,
soon.
Arthur, I have a question for you. So
Yes.
I've
Okay, I'm
been
ready.
reading about like how like the the user rate of OpenAI and Chat GPT has been going down, and how they're kind of like talking about how this whole AI thing is kind of a bubble with its current state, that there was an exuberance with people investing and jumping into it. What are your thoughts on like
I can tell you my thoughts exactly. I think it's like with blockchain, but a little bit different. So yes, there is a bubble, but it's a bubble of investment money, and because so much money went into AI, so the level of investments into AI will go down. And the reason for that is investors, and even the best investors, literally had no idea, no clue which companies exactly will make it and which not, because some companies seem to be absolute amazing companies in the beginning, and in 3 weeks some open source model just overshadowed it, because like they were trying to make a product which was paid for, and then someone else did it for free and things like that. So the landscape is changing so much, so that investors will be more and more cautious. I still believe that there is a lot of actual world use products coming out of it. So there's a real innovation happening the same way as in blockchain. While 99% of companies were scammers, the 1% of companies are building real use cases for this. I think kind of the same thing will happen with AI, and it's happening already. But I think the rate of useful products from AI is slightly higher than what came up from the Web3. And I think everything gets overhyped in the beginning, especially in the VC world. Like VCs are, that's kind of their job, but also they're not always doing a good job. They need to jump in and they need to place the bets. But the amount of bets and the amount of money going into it will shrink, because that's a life cycle of hype cycles, like if it makes sense. And it will just be, VCs will become more cautious. Companies will, less and less startups will be started in this let's say segment, but there will be a lot of amazing companies and amazing products which will be happening and creating and will be created by some people. So yeah, I mean it is a hype cycle, but the real products coming out of it. So will it be used? Like, why OpenAI is losing users? Just because I can see it in myself. I do use ChatGPT like every week for different reasons, also for work. But I use it much less than I used it before. But I also am realizing that I will, this is the tool I cannot not use anymore. Like I will use it for a long time, and I will be utilizing it in one way or another. We're utilizing it in Somnium. I will be utilizing it in my, personal thing. So yeah, but I'm not using it as much as in the first 3 weeks, like where I was sitting there and like mid-journey, I was creating these images and I was like very glued to it. But then the novelty became like old, and I'm using Midjourney from time to time, but I'm not using it every day. Like but it's very useful.
I can say for programming, GPT-4 is amazing, and at least for me, it hasn't gone down in that case. Like it in fact, it's kind of gone up a bit. Like
yeah, but exactly. But you're right. There are some use cases which will need it a lot, but the general, let's say the general public, the use case will just wash out a bit, and it will get integrated into some products which you will not even realize that it's there. And basically that's it. Like you'll have a Windows which has full OpenAI integration almost in every freaking product. Like every button you will press will have an option to do something different with AI, whether it's start menu or color schemes or email filtering or Microsoft Word things. You will have it in every step of the way, but it will be so natural that you will have you will not even think about it much. But right, so yeah, I think we'll use it, but we'll not use it. We'll not use it for everything. We'll use it for some certain use cases which are good for us, and that is my opinion. Did I answer your question?
Yeah, I'm
was
thinking
it too much
that
of a rant?
and on that,
businesses
I think,
will be
I will
using
be
it the
leaving,
most.
No, we can.
Yeah, let's finish the stream. Let's say
let's do it.
goodbye to all the
Okay,
beautiful
Gather
viewers
around,
who we
yo,
had.
huddle,
And we
huddle,
do
huddle,
have
huddle,
viewers
huddle.
every week. probably like 600, 700 people watch this. So,
Come on.
I mean, our
Listen.
wisdom is being transferred, my friends.
Yay!
Yeah.
Yeah, come get some
PCVR.
wisdom and jump in.
People.
Yeah! All of you get PCVR.
Ask OpenAI how to get to PCVR.
Yeah,
Utilize
ask
technology.
ChatGPT how
Yeah,
to
utilize
apply
technology,
VR.
baby. Thank
ChatGPT
you.
your way into VR,
Okay, yo,
people.
guys,
Woo.
we're gonna take a group photo. All right, everyone, 1, 2, 3.
Groupie.
Woo, boobies. Yeah, thanks everyone for joining us at OMG
you.
Multiverse at Immersed Minds, where we are discovering the singularity together. Have a wonderful night and an awesome weekend. Woo, we love you, everyone.
Woo, 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 woo,
See
woo.
you.
Bye bye.
Good to